speaker, Victoria Eichert-Schreiber. She's got a lot of credentials here, so it's worth listening to because she's done a lot. Victoria is a licensed attorney in both the state of California and Arizona, and the district representative for State Senator Denise Moreno-Tuchaney. Senate Chair of the State Budget, specializing in health, social services, higher education, and judiciary issues. She also has 2 children with autism. Is it Sabine? Am I saying it correctly? Yes. Sabine. Okay. And Jacob Coder, ages 11 and 9. Prior to her work with the Senator, she worked for the San Diego County District Attorney's Office and the Legal Aid Society's Consumer Center for Health Education and Advocacy, where she became an expert on Medi-Cal and IHSS administrative hearing appeals. She has also worked at the San Diego Regional Center as a parent coordinator, supporting and researching issues for parents and educating staff with a focus on autism. Victoria has been on the board of San Diego Autism Society for 7 years, also served second vice president, and is now the chair of its Spanish support group advocating for the needs of the Latino community who have family members with autism. She also sits on the advisory board of the ARC of San Diego City Chapter and the San Diego Regional Center's Foundation Board. She is currently working on a project with the Department of Education of Baja California, the Autism Tree Project Foundation, and San Jose State University on the first international exchange of preschool screenings in Mexico. Ladies and gentlemen, Victoria Eichert-Schreiber.
We know that equality of individual ability has never existed and never will. But we do insist that equality of opportunity still must be sought. We are looking at difficult economic times today, times that many of us have never seen in our generation, full of fear and unknown or with dread for tomorrow. All programs are being cut. All. And many like the ones that serve us. And I say us because we are California. We are America. We don't live in a vacuum. We are not them to be cast aside and forgotten. You are me, and I am you. Because the day I separate my need from yours is the day that I forget where I came from. The services and needs we've already been suspended by a thread for the last few years. Surviving the programs with no rate increases. Yet you've all kept those essential services going. And the needs have continued to grow. There are people still being born in this state, and the needs grow. There are more people moving to the state than leaving, and the needs grow. There are more people. And with this, there is a global rise of autism. I say autism not just because of my personal involvement and understanding, not just because of my innate passion for this community, for this specific disorder, but because it is the epidemic that is growing exponentially in this community. No matter what your belief as to why there is a prevalence, it is rocking the population of the developmental disability community, and with its service needs, supports, and program funding that call for more. While this is going on, programs have had to change and evolve. In some cases, greater specialization, greater expertise that increases the cost of programs, yet there are no rate increases. Budget cuts have been dwindling resources and a difficulty to maintain quality. The kind of quality that I know you all take pride in, and the quality that I, as a parent, demand for my children. We are on the cusp of hard times, shared pain, as the senator likes to say it. Because this budget is in such a scale with so many pieces, as our state only gets its funding for property and income taxes, people lose their jobs, less income taxes, and they buy less sales and property taxes. And therefore, there is a catastrophic drop in the income that runs the state. And to add insult to injury, this loss of jobs puts people on state-funded programs, such as unemployment, health benefits, social services, things granted to an increased number of those impoverished due to loss of jobs. Yet, again, there is no money coming in for the same reason. Add to this scenario the multitude of numbers, the avalanche of people that this is happening to, and you will see why the state is in the situation that it is in right now. With this, though, I say to you, there is hope. Even in the time of previous economic spiral to a financial abyss, the Great Depression, the economy recovered. We will recover. There is a motto that I live by all of my life in an effort to not sound cliche. Where there is a will, there is a way. Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit about me now since I was asked to do this. Throughout my lifetime, I have seen injustice. Injustices committed towards those of diverse race. Injustices toward the elderly, toward the poor. Injustices committed to those with disabilities. And those who otherwise are unable to speak for themselves. And throughout my lifetime, I have desired to make a difference for myself as an ethnic minority, advocating for as many as I could by assisting to reach the objective of balancing the scales of justice. My brother and I grew up the only Latino children in our whole community, let alone our whole school. At an early age, I found myself constantly trying to identify myself with a peer group, being biracial and bicultural. Through even my youngest experiences, I encountered what I later learned was racism and bigotry from both the predominantly Caucasian community and the Latino community. As a teenager, my father looked at me strange when I began walking around memorizing the famous I Have a Dream speech, hanging on Dr. King's picked words and hanging